Ant-Man. Wow.
You have a daughter.
Why do I want to talk about this? I'm in the grass because Ant-Man is in the grass, like Honey I Shrunk the Kids. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like a Honey I Shrunk the Kids bit in the grass. But imagine that I'm a lot smaller. I spend way too much time talking about Marvel, so I'm gonna do it a little less. It's starting to take over my life in ways that I wasn't ready for. You know, it's kind of like a virus, or a virus. I did that whole video on She-Hulk, and that's kind of like the basis of the whole thing. I said what I need to say. I mean, this is gonna be short. This is gonna be small. I decided I'm gonna lay down in the grass and talk about it for a short while, a short time. I'll be right back. Hello. Hello. How are you? I don't know who are you? I don't know what this is. I don't have any money. I don't have any money. Please. Let's start from the beginning. I didn't like this movie. It made me upset the first time. The second time I went back and it felt more like Marvel. I had higher expectations the first time. So once I knew what it was going back in, as usual, with the Marvel cartoon formula that I enjoy, because I wanted to talk about how bad it was, but I couldn't help but enjoy it. I was able to look at it with a clearer mind as well. The first time I went into it, I really didn't like
Catherine Newton
at all. And not to say I don't like her as an actress. It was really just a casting issue. And honestly, I was wrong. There's one simple thing that they need to fix the whole movie. They just need to do one thing. Our big boy, our big little guy is shrinking down really little guy style with his whole family, no less. He gets real big because he's shrinking past her bigger. So he gets bigger while being smaller, and he catches her, and then they both become small again. Here's my pitch. My pitch is you break her leg. You break it. The rest of the movie, she's not plucky the whole time. She's able to be in need. She's able to grow her relationship. She's able to find something in herself. She's able to take time to heal, and they can easily heal her with some little goo. The ooey gooiness of this movie was incredible. The art department murdered everything in this movie. It was really, really well designed. The CGI was shit, but we won't get into the Spy Kids 3 aspect of it. What I want to talk about is the fact that you could just do little things like break her arm. If you want to go even deeper, I think you could give 2 scenes in the beginning, 2 expositional scenes. You give Michelle Pfeiffer a scene where you show her being a lot more calm, but under the surface panicking. Give her a scene that shows her with her family being off, being weird. The same thing with Scott. I don't mind it being Paul Rudd, but if you take one scene to give him a little bit of bad dadness, show him being a little bit irresponsible with his daughter, give him a little bit more estrangeness. I think if you put the time in to show that he's thinking more about himself in a less subtle way, and honestly, it wasn't even subtle. It was not thought about, and I think you can use subtlety as an excuse to get out of it. It was there in strange ways that just happened to be there when you have good casting, like Paul Rudd, Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, even Evangeline Lilly. They have a really interesting character at their work. Half of the movie is about a revolt, and you have this like white girl doing this revolt thing, and you could have done a lot with having her not realize what she's actually doing and then still overcoming it. You can have this war moment that she's not just fighting but traumatized, understanding what revolt really looks like. And I'm not saying this in this weird, serious way. Don't give it an R rating, but just a couple close-ups. And that can also fix Hope's character. A lot of times the writers didn't include her in much, and it may have been an editing decision. The directing, the editing, it just needs a little bit more time and detail. Not coming towards the creators, but coming towards the side of time and effort and energy. I think these creators are doing great stuff. They just gotta put in the extra time, give it a little bit more character. Stop shooting in coverage. It's bland, it's gray, and that's why these Marvel movies are gray. If you have a father who's not paying attention and a daughter that is going out of her way to do these crazy things, and they're both broken, they both meet up at the end, broken people from different ways to come together as father and daughter again, I mean, you have a good movie. Let's see here. What do we got? Yeah, show Scott being a bad dad, show Janet being weird and pouncy. Yeah, Cassie gets injured, editing sucks. Ooey gooey, should be cut back on the flashbacks. They can be quick. You don't need long flashbacks. Show one image. The audience will get it. One image. Bop. Cassie's in her bedroom. Bop. You're done. Got it. All right, what's next? I really enjoy how everyone's upset that Janet doesn't talk about them. Hey, you didn't talk about me. Janet, you didn't talk about me. Janet. I don't know why they don't show so much of the Kang Empire. Like, it just doesn't show up. Just f***ing show it. Show it a couple times. Show them being cruel. Show them being weird. A couple scenes. Give it do another flashback. Do another flashback. And again, quick image. Bow. You know, a little tableau. Boom, boom. Make it black and white. You know, put a little color in it, like in a blast, to show that it's violent. This is violent. There's red. Yeah, and if you really got into the revolt with the daughter, that speech would be less cringy. She could even talk about her like not understanding what it meant and then understanding, and now she's fighting. Give her some scars on her face, you know? Show that like she like wanted to be like this, like I'm a protester. As soon as she's presented with it, it's just like, holy, this is not what I thought it was, but still pursues. That's what it could have been. And they missed out, didn't they? And Paul Rudd should have been a worse dad. Make him a bad dad. He's too nice. Make him a bad dad. Paul Rudd, hashtag bad dad movement. I want him to be a bad dad. We're in a good dad movement. We want more good dads, you know? We want more Twilight dads out here. But, you know, Paul Rudd, bad dad. Bad dad. Bad dad. Baghdad. Yeah, if ants were big, they would take over the quantum realm, and we learned that. We learned that ants are smart, and that they're apparently nice, and that's pretty cool. The ants have grace and forgiveness and love. Big fan. Love ants. If you like ants, then go kiss an ant. Bye.